Hey, my angels. We're going to do this together today. I have so many different feelings right now, and I don't know if you can tell by my energy, my face at all, because those of you, my family, who tune into this are intuitive, deeply intuitive people yourselves. So I'd be interested to know if when you turn on sort of a channel or whatever, if you're already kind of testing yourself to see what energy is coming through. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it must be for someone. Hang on one sec, I've got to turn off something. Okay, my wind chimes are massively excited, so I might have to stop them too. It's nice, isn't it? They're excited. They experience the wind, and the wind is giving us evidence of something we can't see that's affecting us. And I think it's so funny, as somebody who has spent a long time in academia and even longer in her logical Western mind, trying to stay ahead of foolishness and ahead of being outsmarted, being taken for a fool, right? You know it if you know it. If you've grown up having to kind of be on your toes with things, maybe because your caretakers or siblings or the people in your environment, they maybe weren't looking after you as well as you needed. So you had to look after yourself and possibly them as well. Wow, this is the third time I'm having to sort of go and hit the sound and bring it down. So there's a message in that. Hang on one sec. Interesting that there kept being interferences, even though it was nothing like really horrible. We've already been distracted 3 times in this reading. So you are probably dealing right now not only with your mind of wondering, am I going a little crazy here? And the answer to that very quickly before we pull a single card is no, you are not. The Spirit is coming now to tell you you're being affected by the unseen realm because you believe. And don't go back on yourself right now in doubt. And I don't mean there's some demonic forces coming around you. I don't even mean that. I get the feeling that this message is for someone who... Do you want to know the phrase I got before I started the video? I've never heard this before. Maybe you have, but you faked your way into an ascension. You faked your way into an ascension. But the ascension is real. And I was kind of smiling when I heard the phrase, and I thought, what does that mean? And I feel like Spirit is saying, you wanted to believe, and you almost felt like you were faking believing, if that makes sense, because you wanted to believe. But the thing is that you've faked believed for so long now that your mind has actually rested now in its natural, more natural. I don't want to say natural because I'm getting the sense that this message is for somebody who is not feeling very rested or natural right now. Help me, Lord, to get this message out. But something's happened in your mind, to just keep it simple, and your spirit has kind of taken over on autopilot where you were not sure before. And I guess maybe we're going to find out where this is all going for you, because I feel really uncomfortable and I felt like crying every hour. There's a very somber mood right now in my soul, and I'm feeling you. I'm feeling that you feel really lost. And I know that you know with your knower that you're not lost. I know that you know, whoever you are, that because you believe that something's got you. But this ascension, like, you guys, when we ascend, the Creator is a creator of seasons and times. And as people say, change is the only sure thing, right? And when we talk about ascensions, we're talking about, I can already tell this is going to be a long video, but whoever this is for, even if it's for one person, it will help you lock in a little bit. It will hopefully bring you some comfort. These are messages that should resonate already. If it's for you, it should be resonating with you. You and I, when we talk about ascensions, we're talking about belief systems that are changing. That's coming from within us. In other words, I've thought this way about myself, about the world, about fill in the blank for so long, but suddenly I'm feeling shaken up about that. It could be for different reasons. It could be that you had a divine interruptance, distractions coming that are just kind of, you can't really deny them. They're coming left and right, and you keep having to stop and going, hang on, is that? And so you feel confused and you feel lost. And I think that must be where that's coming from, is you need to hear that your very belief system, that your reticular activating system, your RAS, has been locked into this whole life up to this point, or for however long, whenever you develop the belief system, it is being changed. And there's a destabilization in your physiology when that happens. And it's good and right that it destabilizes, because it is that whole, is something built on sand, or is it built on stone? Is it built on the rock? Okay, is it built on ego and inherited beliefs, or is it built on what the Creator has downloaded to you, what you actually believe, what your actual experiences with the divine, with your world, with people, with yourself, right? What you actually believe, okay? So belief systems, boy, most powerful things in this whole world. Wars are started over belief systems, right? Divorces happen over belief systems. Every wound that's ever made, emotionally, psychologically, comes from a belief system that is either good or bad. Obviously, wounding would be something bad. Anyways, you're destabilized. And I feel it with you. And 555 on my clock, which is grace, transformation. Now, I was literally about to say this, so this is meant for you. The idea of grace, I was looking at that the other day, and it is about an external force that is, you could call it a blessing. You didn't do anything for it. You didn't earn it. You didn't exhaust yourself over it. You just received it. You received it, whether it's revelation or a blessing or love or anything good that has come to you, even just self-love, an ability to love yourself better. When you get that, when you kind of almost like take one step, you know, the Creator Spirit, your team, meets you the other half of the way with these beautiful moves of grace, and like the wind, you just receive it. And I think too many of us have had to strive for so much in our lives. We're really disconnected from just receiving. Okay, so haven't even pulled a card yet. I want to start, well, first I'm actually going to start with a prayer, which I don't normally do. Before I grab that, I call on the Spirit of Wisdom, Lady Wisdom, Sophia, Mother, and Father, Yahweh, Creator, Spirit, come to our table, reason with us, comfort us, remind us who we are, yes, and give us creative solutions for what the next steps are for this person. Okay, I feel I want to put a protection around you and around my space, and I am doing that now. So, all right, 2 things. You ready? We're gonna pull a card, and I can't wait, but look, I have fire. I'm just gonna anoint myself in fire, because we're gonna stir up, we're not only gonna displace the illusion of being lost and confused and unsettled, but we're gonna blow that wind that was destabilizing. We're gonna blow that back over the fire of your soul of desire, and we're gonna awaken some desire in you today. So we're gonna kind of orientate. Okay. Kiata Sema. Kiata Sema. I just really feel, do you feel that? It feels like mother. It feels like a mothering, nurturing. I can smell it too. I've just used this and, whew, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna do the Celtic cross, and I'm gonna do it because I feel like I want to know the story. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these cards and I'm gonna come right back to you, so you don't have to wait and watch me shuffle. Yes. Do I look a little different? Did I just go put on this? I call this my war necklace, okay? This is so funny because I know to you, you just heard me say, I'm going to draw some cards for you. I did draw cards. And first of all, I want to tell you I almost completely restarted the video because what just happened was like a complete flip. I told you I was putting on fire and that we were going to awaken your spark. I can't lie. The first card that you have as your central moment, Ace of Wands. You are sitting in a brand new beginning. Something has just been sparked in your soul. It's a really big moment you're sitting in and you don't feel like it. It's really important for me to say that because as I started to draw your cards, so much of what I was channeling and feeling started to make sense, and I could almost see myself, and I was like, huh. Like, I couldn't find the words for it, but your cards just explained it to me, because what right now is behind this moment you're sitting in. Let's just remember the beginning part of this long ass intro that I had for you. Sorry, long intro that I had for you. We were distracted, right? We had things going on. We had wind, we had sounds, we had some distractions. We were talking about how you were almost feeling a little crazy. And I was like, you're not crazy. These things that we can't see are blah, blah, blah. Right? So we had this sense of you sitting in this 3D realm, right? Looking around at what's going on. And your eyes were very distracted by what was physically around you. Like, even though what you weren't seeing was everything that is just, everything you're looking at is influenced by another force. So in other words, I'm looking at my wind chimes. They're in the 3D. I can see them with my logic, but the wind is blowing them, right? And they are then making a sound and coming alive because they're being influenced by an unseen force. We had, I think, what was it, the volume goes up in the other room, and it's like, it's sound. It wasn't horrible, but it was affecting my ears, right? something we can't see, sound, affecting the way I feel. And then I can't remember what else happened, but you get it. All this stuff going on. And then I was talking about grace and logic, right? I was talking about that. I can't remember exactly what I said, but so when I went away, I suddenly was like, oh, I need to now stop channeling them, and I need to step into what you need. And that's why I put on my war jewelry. And I was like, and I actually got really hot. I put my hair up. I got so hot. I was like, maybe it's my necklace. It's not my necklace making me hot. The heat is coming from like right here in my chest. And it's like, I don't know if you can see, I'm just getting red. It's like I could feel the fire. Okay. So here's your cards to help you connect with this reading. Is this your reading or not? Okay. You would have seen the intro. We just talked about that. You know, kind of, okay. So hang on. Okay, I don't know what's going on. But I was just having the thought, I can't do this. And I turned the camera off. So I'm feeling you again, all right? I'm ready to get you through this. I'm ready to give you some good news. I'm ready for this. But Spirit is putting me back into your feelings. And so I feel like you are resigned. It's like, I can't do this. There's a resignation to it. Okay. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right. Let's get this message out. I'm struggling to get this out. Okay. Even in that is like, I feel like I'm warring for you, not against an external enemy, against your stubbornness. And I'm warring for you because you're warring against yourself mainly, and you need to know that. Okay. 3 of Cups. I told you I was going to do the Celtic Cross today, which is very interesting because that for me is about, can you see me okay? I wish you could see the cards. Hold on. No, I don't want my phone to fall. Hold on. That's not going to work, is it? I don't know if that works. Okay, hang on. Can you see? It doesn't matter. You can't see. So let's just forget that. Okay. Okay. Are you fussing with things? Are you fussing right now with things? Are you trying to distract yourself by fussing with things? Oh, I love you. I do love you. This is going to be one of those, like, have you heard the word travailing? We're going to birth this together. We're going to travail. I'm going to midwife. That's it. I'm going to midwife you through this. All right, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. That's why this message is finding you. Here we go. I did the Celtic Cross. It was something new for me. I knew about the Celtic Cross. I tend to but this was new. You, remember, your leading card right now, you are sitting in a very new moment. There is a divine initiation of grace. I spoke about it in the intro. There's something that's been ignited. I said you faked your way. Oh my God, you faked your way into an ascension, right? So you might have even been telling yourself, oh yeah, I want to believe that, but you were logically identifying with yourself more, like maybe like imposter syndrome or whatever. You probably were walking around, that's what I'm hearing, for a while, feeling like an imposter. But lo and behold, divine initiation, grace, the creator, spirit, right? Let's go. That they're willing. That's all it takes. Divine initiation. Now, here's what you were coming out of, which I thought, well, these are great cards. What's going on? You have just been, I'm hearing 5 years. In the last 5 years, you went from, you would have said, this was your life. Community. You had community, you had friendship, you felt pretty settled or, content. this is kind of celebration, harmony, it's homecoming. It's quite a positive card. And you weren't coming out of some junk. You actually were coming out of a life that you would have thought was, for all intents and purposes, what anybody would want, right? It was settled. You were celebrated. You were celebrated. You felt like you were at home. Okay. Now something has happened. Probably that part of you, you're like, when I say higher self, what I'm talking about is, remember, the creator is outside of space and time, right? Heaven is outside of space and time. It's just our little earth that is within space and time. And, well, and the energetics of the planets is, well, no, not really, right? Not really. They're actually outside of our direct electromagnetic gravity forces, right? So everything unseen that's influencing you, oh my gosh, this is literally, I really hope this is, for the right person, this is going to all make sense. Okay, everything energetically outside of space and time is influencing you. Now, here's what you're feeling like directly. This is the Four of Cups. You are feeling apathetic, which is what I was feeling when I came in here. I was like, ooh, almost would have said low, because apathy sucks. You feel stuck. You feel withdrawn. Even though this is what's really happening right now, this is really the moment you're in outside of time and space. This is how you're actually feeling. Hang on. Can you get that? I never know how to. Hang on. We'll get there. Here we go. Does that make sense? So what's reality? Is it this or is it this? This is the wind chime. This is how you feel. But this is your higher self. This is the other realms that are more real. This is temporary. This is permanence. Okay? You feel stuck, withdrawn, all those things, but you have been granted a spark, an initiation into your powers, your powerful self. Fire, which is what I literally anointed myself with. Fire is about being consumed. It's about desire. It's about passion. It's also about purity. And a lot of people don't think of a fire as humble because we think of passion, but there's something so humble about a fire. And it's that we lose ourselves in it. It's a consuming fire, right? When a lot of people say the presence of God is a consuming fire, it is. There's a eternal burning and a oneness in it. There's the flame of the eternal inside of you is at peace. Ego can't exist in the fire, right? It's not warring against itself. The fire consumes everything that is prideful, that is evil. There's a humility in that when you go into the fire, you become just who you are, no more, no less. And there's a rest in it, if that makes sense. Okay. Sorry, that's distracting me. I hope it's not distracting you. Okay, so directly you feel stuck and apathetic. But remember, if you in this 3D realm are temporary, and remember, string theory, we know now that there are other realms and realities around us. We know that. Science is so advanced now, we can tell that. So again, this is just my universal truth, piecing the things together, and my training. Heaven is at hand. The you that exists in heaven which is eternal, can communicate with the you that is here now, believe it or not. And I'm not exactly sure how it happens. I'm really not. And I'm not supposed to be a know-it-all about that. I like to know a lot of things, but some of these things are just becoming so clear to me. And you drew this judgment card over the apathy. Like, so Spirit is saying you feel stuck, but what's actually communicating with you is the heavens are saying to you, your higher self is saying to you, you are awakening, you are becoming yourself. There's a reckoning in this. It's like whatever. I wish I could show you the table so I could just hold the cards up. This will be resonating with who it's for. It will be hitting you right to the core. You're sitting in something you don't understand it. It's funny that the fire is right over her mind too, because it's like your logic is a really big part of this reading. The way you kind of faked your ascension, it's so funny because you did it intellectually. But what you didn't know was it was always meant to be that way. You're meant to be able to identify and understand the power of the mind. And so you were like, oh, I'm an imposter. I'm blah, blah, blah. I haven't had that thing, whatever other people have. I haven't had that, but you're getting it now. But what you were expecting it to come like was some light code, download, something. It's actually coming and burning you from within. It's burning up your understanding of who you are, understanding of how you're supposed to feel, understanding of what everything around you is supposed to feel like. And it's putting you, this apathy is if you feel stuck because this seems exciting. Look at this, look at the movement. It's like, oh, and there's almost a lament over the past, over what was. Look at all the fire, and you cannot make this up. Look at this. So you've got as your central card, you've got your new spark, right? Now, I don't know, I'm backwards in this, but this is where you're coming from. This is like fun, fun, okay? And then you've got, hold on, where was that? Yeah, okay, so here, look, you've got 4 little, can you see that? You've got 4 little fires. And that fire is what makes us feel alive. We kind of feel alive. Then you go from 4 to 1. But look here, the fires here were outside of yourself, which tells me that you were getting life, inspiration, your spark from outside of yourself. Whereas here, look where it's moved. Inside of yourself. You feel stuck, you feel apathetic, but this is a major shift. Now your next card, this is what's coming, okay? So you're sitting in this now, this initiation. There's a reckoning going on. You are awakening, you are becoming yourself. And the next thing is you jump to, and look at this progression. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to hold all these cards. Look at this progression. Can you see this? You're going from a lot of other people around you. External fires, external validation, external spark, inspiration. Oh shoot, now I'm alone, right? I'm on my own. You've lost. And we don't know the story about what happened here. There's a story here. There always is, of loss. What happened? Some things shifted, obviously. And I'm hearing this message is a collective reading, so it could be some of you have lost people groups, right? And are feeling isolated because you lost people groups. Some of you, this is all an internal shift, and you still have people. You don't necessarily have to have gone through a loss of people, although I think I get the feeling you did, but it could be this message is also for someone who is feeling isolated internally, but it's a bit of I just don't feel like I want this group of people around me anymore. I don't feel satisfied by this party anymore, by this atmosphere. And this is happening internally. And I have to say this, whoever you are very, very intelligent. Probably other people wouldn't know what's going on inside of you, right? So you could be feeling really isolated because nobody really understands. Something's happening that I don't understand. And I can't share it because I don't understand it. But it's pushing me into an ascension that is not what I expected. And it doesn't feel good. My mind is telling me I'm stuck, right? But spirit, your higher self, is saying, this message is finding you to tell you this is how it goes. Now I'm gonna show you a couple more cards. You're going from that wand being right in here. Remember, you had to let go of 4 fires. Here it goes internally. Now look, it's you. This is what's coming for you. This is what you're moving into. You're moving into expansion, momentum. Basically, what I'm seeing in this card is she's got her back to us. She's looking out at the horizon. She is on her own, but she has brought the party with her. She's not getting it from everybody else or from what somebody else has created. This ascension has turned your power, obviously, first within you, but now it's like I see how much, I can't put this into words. The power, the spark within you is going to make you the one who inspires the moment. You are the one, and these fires are now surrounding you. And this card is coming because if you are really feeling like I'm stuck, you know, this is a hard card for me to look at. It's hard for me to look at. She's got stuff around her, but she feels stuck. It's just, it's like nobody wants to feel like that. It's like lukewarm, you know, it's like, I should be grateful for all this, but maybe you've had that thought, like my gratefulness isn't even working. Why? Because I don't even want, okay, I'm going to say it out loud. I don't want these friends anymore. I don't want this practice anymore. I don't want to live in this town anymore. I don't want this partner anymore. I don't want this job anymore. There's like this thing in you that's like, ugh, right? But you are gonna have, this is gonna move outwards in this next season, right? And you're going to find that you have to let some things go. Mostly it's your internal state. It's that logic is what I'm hearing. And I do think, God, look at how this card is burning up your mind. Logic is a big part of this. Yeah? This is the fire. This is fire, but also we're talking about sharpness. And I get the sense that you're having to, part of your stubbornness I was telling you about is, it's like you're really comfortable in your own intelligence. You're really comfortable in your own logic. It's probably gotten you this far. Maybe that's why you were celebrated, right? But you feel destabilized and maybe a little withdrawn because you're not even able to get your identity from that anymore. You're not even getting your own spark from feeling great about how switched on you are, because now power down. But Spirit is saying, wait, because here's what's subconsciously influencing this moment that you're in, okay? So, and I wrote a note for you, what was it? Okay, so, and it's funny, look at this. So these are mirroring this moment you're in. This is your conscious, so you would be aware. Where is it? Where did you go? There you go. You would be aware. If I said to you, you feel stuck, yeah, you consciously are aware that you feel stuck. Apathetic. Apathetic is such a good word. Indifferent. But there's a momentum to that indifference, by the way, and it has to come to an end. Indifference has to break somewhere, right? We weren't made to be indifferent. It's like the silent killer, apathy. Really, it's like being boiled alive. Like something has to die with apathy. And it's not going to be you. It's not going to be your spark. I'll tell you that right now. So mirroring, right? So you'd be aware that you feel stuck, but what you might not be aware of is that you are grieving. There's a grief in you. There's your little, it could be inner child. It could be connected with some pain of what it feels like to have to let go of something good or success. You know, there's success in these cards. They just feel successful, emotionally successful. These aren't pentacles. I don't know where you're at financially. Actually, there's really nothing about finances on this card, because right now the moment you're in is just not about that so much. The abundance that you felt was emotional. It was to do with your community. It was to do with who you saw yourself as and how you related to yourself. And you're grieving that. You're grieving that. So that's what's over this, okay? That's what's under this. So you're grieving my directions. Maybe you struggle with directions. I'm struggling a lot with left to right, right to left in this, and I don't normally. Top to bottom, bottom. Maybe you have some dyslexia. She's sitting here, 5 of Cups. Let me move it up higher. In fact, I feel like I'm supposed to get the book for this one card. 5 of Cups, hang on. She's lamenting, she's struggling to let it go. And I was telling you that there's a stubbornness. I can feel it in the root, and it doesn't want to let go. And I think that it's probably connected with, I might pull a card for that. It's probably connected with, if you ask yourself, what did it mean to me to be able to build that community, to be able to have that stability? What did that mean to me? If you're somebody who had all of that taken away from you as a child, it would be really scary to have any change, to let go of that. If you have abandonment issues, it's like having to pry something from our cold, dead hands, right? When somebody wants to leave, or when a season changes, it's like, anyways, okay. 5 of Cups, grieving, disillusionment. Yeah. Wow, that feels right. Self-pity. Oh, and it can signify that your heart feels a little broken, okay? The illusion is lifting, and you may suddenly find yourself in the middle of a reality that is painfully disappointing. Oh my gosh, sorry. Painfully disappointing. If your dark night was a result of someone else's deception, you will need to find the seeds of forgiveness in order to avoid a calloused heart. So that needs to be some of your practical advice right now. I told you I was feeling a little bit like I'm warring against your own stubbornness. So one of the ways we're going to break the stubbornness is, and this is wisdom, Lady Wisdom coming to say, you don't get to go, sorry, this is going to sound harsh, but you don't get to bypass forgiveness. That is a universal principle. You don't be somebody who ascends, who's ascending with holding on to bitterness. You know, it doesn't work like that. You're getting lighter as you go. And the heaviness of unforgiveness and resentment and why do I have to let go of success? Why did I have to let go? Or why was I treated like that? It could be that there was some betrayal and some painful things that happened that made you have to let go. But whatever it was, your tip right now, your advice from wisdom is you're going to have to do your forgiveness work, confront that yucky feeling of disappointment or bitterness within you, and don't let it fester. Release the person, speak out loud, I forgive so-and-so. It doesn't mean you have to let them back into your life. It doesn't make what they did okay. It means you are aware that you are not responsible for them. You are responsible for your own heart, right? You're responsible for yourself. And we don't want to be in judgment over what makes other people act out of their shadows, because we have our own shadow to look after. Okay? And by the way, my universal truth, Yeshua, Christ, going to the cross, carrying your cross, is all about, by the way, especially those called to teach, called to ascend, called to higher levels, it's all about not only forgiving, but saying, I'm okay with taking on someone else's guilt. Like, the shit you did to me was savage. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. It broke me. It broke my heart that you spoke to me that way, that you said that about me, that I'm just hearing character, that you put my character down, that you put me in a different light. It broke my heart. But I'm the lucky one. Of the two of us in this situation, I'm the lucky one because I can see what you did. You can't see what you did. I can see that I have to get out of it. You didn't see that. Yeah, I want to change. I want to take responsibility for it. You don't. I'm the lucky one. I'm the one who's seeing clearly. So because of that, I take responsibility. I'm not saying, by the way, you are having an actual conversation with this person. There's no need to. No need to. This is your own work with the Creator, with Spirit, with wisdom. Wisdom is the divine feminine creation of laws and order within this world. Okay? The Sophia, the wisdom of Logos, right? We don't need to go into it all. She builds things. She only builds things that are structurally, integrally sound, based on the Creator's divine law. Okay? She doesn't suffer fools. She doesn't not see, because you are made in her image. So she's not going to let you build a mentality that's fine to just be bitter, and she's not going to let that happen. She'll let you sit in it and go around and around in it, right? But if you want to ascend, which in this case she was like, oh yeah, you are. You're ready. You are going to drop some things, and you're going to feel like you're starting over, hence the 4 fires to 1 fire to 3 fires, okay, the order you're going in. But what comes next is solid, and it's coming from within you, okay? I'm getting off track. What am I even saying? Okay, don't allow your life force to drain away with the things you once loved. And remember, it said something about self-pity, because I'm going to show you your next card. Allow your tender heart to navigate toward the curative magic of finding faith in your future. Curative magic, healing power. Curative magic, healing power. And when I started this video, I had on some music that I find incredibly healing, just really soothing, very feminine, like Mother Bear, and I put it on when I'm struggling. I was struggling with what you're feeling as well, you know. And I have other things I'm processing, but there was healing in it, and then it went from healing to hold on, you know, war, right? Hence the outfit change. I love it. Allow your tender heart So I guess what I was saying is healing. There is something connected to this new power that you are harnessing that's coming through. And I want to say this because I'm hearing it, like, you have to be alone inside right now. You need this time. And even if we're being more honest, you've been craving it because you've been tired of what's coming, what's been around you. The old, it's been unsatisfying, uninspiring, and you need this time because what the universe is showing you is that look what's inside of you. Like, there's a whole world. There's a whole eternity inside of you. There's ideas, there's creativity, but be alone for a minute. Go look out at an ocean. Maybe you need to go out into nature. If you can't get to an ocean, maybe you can. But if you can't, maybe go out and just feel that, like, you know how nature like mirrors us? There's something about what we see when we just look into nature. And note what you're picking up, the thoughts you're thinking, because I think you're going to have some downloads. I think you're going to have some, truly, if you're going from 1 spark to 3, you got some divine downloads coming. And I heard passion just now, passion. Maybe it's something that you were passionate about that's coming full circle. It could be a music thing. It could be whoa, I just heard, okay, but I physically heard a car go by, but then I also heard automotive. I heard car. It could be. Why couldn't it be? Maybe you want to design and build a new car. Maybe you want to work on cars. Maybe you just like cars. Maybe you want to buy a new car. I don't know, but that just came to my mind. Yeah, and don't allow your life force to drain away. That's what's happening right now. The universe is letting you go through this state. And you think you're feeling withdrawn, but you're not. You're actually, there's a wind coming and it's actually stoking your fire. I keep going. If you are having a hard time letting go, unhook your heart from your fragmented dreams. Whoa. And give yourself permission to envision a brighter future. That's this card. Look at this. Like, what I just read to you does not feel like what that looks like, does it? This is underneath. Remember, this is your subconscious. So you might, this part of the reading would be feeling a bit like that. Like, really? But it will be resonating. It'll be like, oh, right? So we're bringing up shadow. We're bringing up the subconscious. So this is grief, regret, loss. Oh, what did I lose? But this over here is, it's like space, inspiration. Do you see how content she looks? So let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let whatever fragmented dreams this represented, this party that you were in, these people, this thing, whatever it was, this job, relationship, it was fragmented. It was just a piece. It was a stepping stone, right? Let it go. It's not meant to come into the future with you. Where you're going, let me show you where you're going, by the way. So this is influencing it. So there's a release, let it go. But look at, this was confirmation, and these cards came out together. This is death and rebirth. And I love this picture because death is like this scary word to people, right? No. A flower dies. A seed dies. Everything has a beginning and a middle and an end, right? What Spirit is saying is all of this stuff, all of the dreams before, the fragmented dreams, actually, this is what it's like they die and something new, that's this. Okay, how do I say this? Help me. Hold on, I'm also getting a little bit excited. Center. Okay, I can feel that fire. And I can feel this. Do you see how clear it looks? there's this cloak of death, right? Which is what this feels like. It's this subconscious part of you, like, is this something dead? Should I just be feeling afraid? Should I be feeling yuck? Should I be feeling, right? But hold on, look closer, closer, right? That is a beautiful, clear sky, and it reminds me of the sky she's looking at. This is ahead, clarity, vision, there's something new, and it's just confirming your spark. It's confirming this is inside of you right now. The Death and Rebirth card were confirmed by King of Swords and Eight of Swords. King of Swords represents intelligence, your logic. So this one, this is like, sorry, my mind's going all over. This is confirmation that everything we've been saying this whole reading from the intro is true about you. Okay, remember, what needs to die and be rebirthed? That's what we're asking with this card. What's down there in the root system? What's coming up and pushing it up and making you feel all, right? Like you're in grief. Death is happening in you. Yes, it is. And that's good. That's a good thing, because what's really, yes, new life. Okay, you get it. Why am I repeating myself so much? What needs to die is your feeling of being able to lead your life with intelligence and logic predominantly. Okay, because the spark that's coming divinely is coming to balance that with the unseen. This is really like, when we think of intelligence and logic, and that is not a bad thing, by the way, it's just, it needs balancing. You've been leading with this, but it needs balancing with, and I can tell you this because if you watch my channel, and if you've watched me for the last year, I just started this channel like a year ago, I was leading with my logic. I was teaching theology. I was coming out of that research, writing papers, academic theology, psychology, all that stuff was like information, and I needed to sort it and order it. And I'm a teacher, so it's important, and you might be a teacher, so it's important that you have that. But my feminine intuition was starving, and I got really bored of being around people who knew it all. And not just knew it all, but like cared if people knew it all. Does that make sense? I stopped being impressed with people who wanted to have it all together, wanted to always, like religious people who presented with a lot of religion or a lot of sensibility, right? Is that sensible? All that stuff. I became unimpressed, apathetic towards them. Now, and that's because the creator was going, it's because I want you to want to crave something new. Your desire, your spark, your inner flame. You're tired of that, right? So I'm trying to give you my story so you can relate it with yours. That nothing was wrong, but I had lost people too. I started to go, I really like being around this person. Why do I like being around this new person? Oh, because she is just talking about breathing and breath work and embodying. Oh, and I want to embody. Oh, that feels really good, right? And so many things in my life, and maybe I'm saying this because you're finding this in your life right now. I wanted to start to use my intuition. Faking an ascension, it's making me think of that. I hope that doesn't sound rude. I hope it makes you laugh, because whoever you are, you have a cheeky intelligence. Like, it's clever, it's cute, I love it. I don't know, but it's like you don't know how determined you actually were to become more spiritual. So even though you think this is your comfort zone, it's not. That's what I'm hearing. I'll show you where your comfort zone is. It's a flippin' awesome card that came out for you. this other card, this other thing that needs to die in you. Eight of Swords represents the self-pity card that you got before. There's some self-pity in this. There's even a little self-pity in this, isn't there? It's like, I'm withdrawn. It's kind of like, I don't know. And this one is like, look, I love this card. I love all these cards. I'm obsessed with this deck. I am. This is the Light Seers Tarot, by the way. But she is in reality, but what she's seeing is not reality. She thinks she's stuck. She's not stuck. She thinks she's stuck. She's not stuck. You know this about yourself, that you feel this way. But what Spirit is saying is what's in the foundations, what's in the root of what's going on right now, and what needs to die, is that you don't realize you are still kind of feeling like the victim in your own story. And you need to do some shadow work with that. I don't know if you're feeling like the victim because you lost things, you lost success. I don't know if you're feeling like the victim because this is kind of a strange thing that's coming to my mind, but it's almost like maybe it took you a long time to rebuild that community, you know, and it took you a long time to get there. And then it feels like it was taken away from you because you can feel the divine initiation of ascension, but you're not seeing it right. And you're seeing it more as in your 3D mind. Why was that taken from me? Right? But you are, if you're being honest with yourself, you don't want it anymore and you didn't want it anyways. So you need to do your forgiveness work with the people, with the past, with whatever is coming up right now as I'm giving you this reading, because Spirit is saying this has to die. This has to fully die. You've got to die to the victimization of losing something or letting go. And you've actually got to step more into your power with it, and see the story, your scroll. Okay. Let me get a drink of water real quick. I'm going to pause 1 second and just say, I say this all the time, but my universal truth is that you chose this. Your life is a scroll. It's a story. Okay. And you have it. That's why this channel is called Reminding Eve, because remembering the life, Eve means life in Hebrew, remembering the life that you chose with the Creator, free will. You chose to come and be a light on this earth. You chose to go through suffering. You chose to go through every loss before every ascension. You chose it because you saw the end. For the joy set before me, Christ goes to the cross, right? The word, the scroll becomes flesh. You were a scroll that became flesh. Christ is the second Adam, right? So the remodel for humanity. And his going to death and rebirth is literally showing us death is not the end, right? It's not the end of the story. And you don't get to have the ascendant story if your story is, everybody sent me to my death. I was sent to my death. This was done to me. I'm not mocking you. This is how we are as humans, is it not? Blame. And it keeps us stuck, because what people who blame and deflect and shift all their hard stuff in life on, which they were a part of energetically, those cycles, but they won't see it, they are stuck in their own condemnment with that loop. You do not ascend with that. You don't go through, you don't take up your cross and enter into that and die and enter the mystery of redemption, of rebirth. Woo! You don't get this without taking responsibility for this cloak. But I'm hearing it. Guess what else? You have to take the cloak off. Christ folded up the grave clothes, right? That's left in thousands of years later. It's left in the story for a reason. It's in there for a reason. When death has done its work It is time to fold up the grave clothes. This is your message. Can you feel it? You can feel the spirit dropping in on here. It's time to take this cloak of grief and regret and loss and fold it up. Why? What is folding? Folding is governing. It's me standing in my sovereignty and putting order, bringing order out of chaos. Right? Let me say this again. When death has done its job, I'm getting chills. When death has done its job in your life, and you know it, and you have ascended, you are reborn, you are rebirthed again. You taking this and folding it up is going, the first act I'm doing as my new self is I'm going to bring order and creativity and beauty and whatever out of chaos and death. It's complete power, completely stepping into your new power, which is why I went and got all this war jewelry on, because that's where you are going. That's where this message is taking you. And I was supposed to go meet someone, and I just called them and I said, I have to meet you later. This is somebody who I rang up today because, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm supposed to tell you this. In the middle of feeling all this, right? Because I was feeling you as well as myself. I made a decision to see somebody who always just makes me feel safe and happy. And I was tempted to overthink it, but I didn't want, because I was like feeling your withdrawnness, but I'm not really, that was definitely your withdrawnness I was feeling, because I was like, I don't want to be alone today. Why do I want to be alone? Why would I want to suffer through this silently and be a victim in this feeling, right? I wasn't clocking it. So then I messaged them. I said, I'm going to meet you an hour later because I feel like I have to do this reading. And I feel like my own experience with this fire and my own Three of Wands is that I will labor and labor and labor with something, and it might be my own issues that the Creator's working with me on. But when the Spirit comes and puts a message on it and asks me, it's like I'm being asked to do what I'm called to do, but I don't see it at first. I feel it and experience it as, logically, this doesn't make sense. I go to my logic first, and I don't see it until I realize that, until I step into what you're experiencing and release it over you. I'm getting chills again. And I just got really choked up. Until I step in, and even though I don't deserve or need to feel what you're feeling or whatever, right? I'm here for you. Because that's how God is, right? That's what love is. That's what Christ did. However you want to say it, it's I will take responsibility for you, even though I don't have to. It's really getting me. But the thing is, I'm not a victim in it. I am not seeing myself as a victim. I knew that I can do that with joy, because I know that once I clock it and I'm like, oh, it just hit that point where it's too heavy, I need to do this is somebody else. Okay. In that moment, I know that my own joy is connected with releasing healing over you and clarity over you and giving you wisdom and channeling for you. That is where I'm getting choked up right now, because, and people have done this for me in my dark, hours and all that, and I want you to know, I'm not going to get through it. Hang on, it's just a feeling that Do you want to know what the feeling is? And I will get to your final card. The feeling, I've gone through all of this, all of these cards and all of these steps. I know them because I can relate them to my own personal experience. And I know what it means to let go of things that felt successful. But I promise you that your scroll and what you agreed to, if you keep going and you keep faking it till you make it, if that's your thing, whatever you're doing it right. You're doing it as you. And the authenticity of it is actually coming through every time. This is how I feel when I do these readings. I feel like there's a restoration of friendship and community and it's you and me. And I feel this from you guys, and I don't know who this collective is. I'm still I still feel new at all of this, and I am, but this is how it feels to me. I never gave anything up, actually. I ascended and I'm doing new things, and this is the moment you're in. But it's for the joy set before me. I'm not a victim. I do it willingly. Now I want to show you your final card. Woo! Just gonna let this simmer. Okay, your final card. What is all this ascension? What is it leading to? Okay? And I'm sort of tempted to get another card for you. 1 flame, 2 flames. Jump to the Master Magician. This is all about you being a master manifester. Which, what does that even mean? What does it mean? We do not manifest what we want. Okay? And I want to make that clear because there's so much there's some really strange concepts around the word manifesting. Manifesting means creating out of the unseen realm. Creating, that's what it means. And I always say this, but you become what you behold. What you behold. I could not, this reading is like seamless in my mind. The way it's coming through. You manifest who you are. Who you are, not what you want, right? Who you are. You create who you are in this world because we become what we behold. What are you looking at? Where is your eye going? I'm hearing this for you right now. It is time for you not to be in this, not withdrawn, not stuck. Waste of energy, waste of time. We're folding up clothes. I'm just gonna sweep. I want to sweep all of your cards. Literally, I'm literally gonna sweep. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm supposed to do? Spirit is telling me order. So this is all the stuff that we just talked about. I'm putting them into order because I'm folding up grave clothes. I'm not mad at the cards. I'm not just going to sweep them away. I'm not mad at them. They were part of the scroll. That's what you're coming to reconcile right now with everything that's happened in you. That card, this. Look at you. You are reconciling with this beautiful divine thing that's happening in you right now. You're seeing it. I'm gonna cry again. I cry all the time. You're not seeing it here with these eyes, but your soul is remembering. You're reconciling. You were never faking it. That's so funny to me. You were never faking it. So you don't need to be angry or bitter or contending. Don't put your energy into that. Just take the grave clothes. Take the ashes. Take this, whatever you need to do. Do you need to do some kind of ritual? Do you need to have an altar? Do you need to burn something? Do you need to do something? I think you might. If something's coming to mind, do it, because you need to really physically represent to yourself that you have put the past into order. Maybe you need to write your story down. Okay, and then I'm putting them nicely, honoring the cards, honoring the past, honoring the loss, honoring the story. I'm putting it back into the deck. That's what Christ was doing. He was folding he was bringing order out of chaos, order out of death, beauty, life out of death. And that's what you're doing, okay? Now, yeah, and I'm just putting this card away with words on it that I wrote. That it's done, okay? I'm going to read to you the Magician. I'm going to leave this is your now card, and to me this card just choked me up so bad because it's so beautiful what's happening, and then I'm going to leave that one out too, and then I'm going to leave this one out. This is your Magician, Master Manifester. Okay, and I was saying, sorry. I was saying, what are you looking at with this new spark inside of you? Your eyes are gates. This is what I tell my kids. Your eyes and your ears are gates. Be aware of what you're taking in. Be aware of what information is coming at you. It's not about knowledge anymore for you. It's not about intellect. You've got that. You don't have anything to prove with that. It's now about your discernment is ascending. That's what I just heard. It's about you being able to distinguish between two things. And the two things you're distinguishing between, it's not good and evil or right and wrong. That's too obvious. You're having to distinguish between good and the best. Drop that mic. That's it. That's an ascension. That's a big ascension, actually. And I'm going to read the Master Manifester. I mean, not the Master Manifester. It's called the Magician, but I always think Master Manifester. Okay, the Magician card. I've not read that one in this deck, so I'm really excited. Where are you? Oh, you're number 1. Oh yeah, it's number 1 card. Ooh, look at that. Oh gosh, look at that. Look at this. Sorry, I just noticed this. And it just said 5551, right? As I said that, 555, transformation, grace, divine initiation, 1, right as I said this. Oh, as though you need more confirmation. You cheeky. Look, 1. Becoming 1. This is about inner union. This is reckoning with yourself. 1. The number 1, Magician, the first card. 1 is going to be a sign for you, I think. I think you're going to start seeing 1s a lot. And you might see 111, which is like destiny. Am I ever going to read your card? Yes, I am. I'm getting really thirsty. And I'm feeling so much better. And you will too. I'm looking a bit of a mess though, I have to say. It's getting so hot. Okay. The light side of this card. Okay. Skill, your natural talents, your powers of manifestation, creativity, and resourcefulness. And I said to you, you're becoming a resource yourself. The girl standing with her surfboard on the beach looking out. Remember I said this fire is stoking within you your own creative power, and you had to get it from outside before it's coming straight through you. My angel, you are an influencer. You are the influencer. You're about to be the influencer who grounds it. You're gonna manifest it, and you're gonna ground it. It's gonna land. You're gonna see it around you. Okay. Creativity, okay, blah, blah. The Magician let me show you. The Magician brings forth a powerful message of creation and potential. You are magic. You are power. You are the spark. You are the divine spark of the Creator right here on this earth. You're a light. You're supposed to shine. You have everything you need to succeed. Badass manifesting energy from the cosmos. I love that. Badass manifesting energy from the cosmos are all the skills you require, they're at your fingertips. I don't think I'm reading that right. Beautiful creator, go create. Oh my God. And I said, there's something coming back around. Do you remember when I said that? There's something coming back around. Activate the magic in your veins by focusing your energy, willpower, desire, and actions, not on the grave clothes, not on the past, not on everything that's draining your energy and not inspiring you. Activate and focus your energy now on the willpower and desire and actions that are stirring within you. When you consciously step into your personal power and decide to shape the material world in this way, you are a little creator made in the image. Every breath in, every breath out is an opportunity to carve new meanings and new perspectives into reality. If you are unsure of your ability to create the life you desire, trust in the latent potential that resides within you. I don't think you're going to have a problem, because you know what you just did? You just faked your way into an ascension. I don't think you're going to have a problem with this part. I think this is going to come more naturally for you, because that should build your faith in your ability to believe your way into seeing it, right? Feeling less than inspired at this time, confirmation that you've been feeling stuck and apathetic, hopefully even now, even as you're reading this or as you're listening, even now I'm hoping it's lifting you out of that. If you feel less than inspired at this time, it is reminding you that it's time to find your muse. What's going to inspire you? Because you are the creator, you are the artist, you are the one who needs the muse. You are not the muse anymore. You are the one who needs the muse. Find your spark. Find your spark. You found it. Find your why. With everything you need sitting in front of you like a giant. See how he's just got everything he needs in front of him. With everything you need sitting in front of you like a giant universe cauldron, what is it that you desire to bring to life? And what can you do today that will bring it one step closer to reality? You're 101 on my clock. I can manifest. This is your mantra. You speak this out loud. I can manifest the life I desire through energy and action. I can manifest the life I desire through energy and action. That is so important, because that is what we are talking about with stepping out of. It's the opposite of victimization is what I'm seeing. It's the opposite of that subtle junk that's going on and trying to kind of keep you in grief and keep you in sadness. No. This is power time. This is like power forward. 1 to 3 fires, right? Jumping to master manifester. Your power is going to move. And that 3 of Wands is also about expansion and momentum. And I am praying that over you right now. I'm seeing it. I'm holding you in my soul. And I'm praying that energetically around you, that you begin to feel, we talked about wind in the intro, that you would feel that wind behind you, wind builds momentum, that you would feel that momentum growing around you and what you're interested in. And even for me, this is coming to mind, tarot, oracle cards. That was a funny thing. I kind of just thought, well, I'm into psychology. I'm needing to move more into my intuition. I was doing a series at the time called Christian Taboos, and I was looking at, what is this? Some people think this kind of stuff is literally like witchcraft, right? Some people think that it was such a hurdle for me to let that momentum grow. It took a lot of bravery and a lot of courage, and that is one thing I wrote on my card for you. When I was putting on my jewelry, I was writing a note. I was like, courage. I'm here to bring you courage. My war jewelry just reminds me, get fired up, get going, like get on your horse and ride, right? And that courage is what you are going to need to get the momentum going as well, because you're going to have to step into things now. You're going to have to step into things and go out. Okay. What else? Did I write anything? Clarity is coming. I wrote, oh God. Okay. So this is a note for you, and I'm going to leave you with this because I'm not going to get any more cards about what's coming, because the truth is you are supposed to not get it externally from anybody. You are supposed to be going right now, just kind of you and creator, you and spirit, however you get your charge. You need to go to that source and get that life force within you, get your downloads and your divine stuff going. It's like original creativity. When it comes that way, it's original, but you kind of have to get it going sometimes. So whatever it takes to get it going, just get it going. There's no judgment. You know, we do get externally inspired. I do too, like whatever. But the thing is it will create a momentum, and then you find yourself off on one. I'm now like making my own deck. So that little thing you might do, maybe it is cars or something like, I don't know why I heard that earlier, but let's just use it as an example. Maybe you thought, maybe you just thought, I really want to get a new car. I've had this car forever. I'm bored. And maybe you go out looking for a car and you think it's about getting a car, but maybe you're at the car lot and you meet someone and you're talking with them, and maybe you don't feel like getting that car anymore or whatever. It's like, but you've created a momentum because you've suddenly broken down a block that says, I can't get a new car. For some reason, I feel stuck. Now you know you can get a new car, but you also know, here's some options. Here's my payment, or here's my range or my budget, or I thought I wanted this car, but actually see a different car. I never thought about that car. Do you see what I'm saying? And now not only are you not distracted, intro, by the things that keep coming to steal your energy and make you overthink, but now you have created your own wind because you're taking action and you're moving forward. 3 of Wands. And that magic, and that magician, that magic that is spoken of in the Magician card, magic is just power, right? Divine spark. That power, that magic, it's in the Magician, he knows it's coming from inside of himself, not because he doesn't acknowledge that the creator is, source, however you think of it, that there isn't an external origin, but because you understand it's in you. You understand it's in you, and that you don't have to go, so everything's in front of you, but you're kind of building your palette up right now, right? And that's what I'm seeing in this card for you, and I'm going to leave you with this. This is what you're supposed to be doing right now, and this is confirming the 3 of Swords, which came before it. Why? Because the 3 of Swords is about creating that momentum and stirring that up, that expansion of your gifts and your skills. This is using them. So this is what you're doing right now, is everything in front of you, every thought you have that you want to go for, you are intuitively now going to be able to discern which leads to follow. I'm going to just go for that, whatever. Your instinct is going to be stronger than before. Your discernment will be stronger, but your desire will be stronger. There's a lot of fire in this reading. Your desire is truly, the fire within you is really getting stoked, so don't ignore it. And I don't know, I didn't say this yet, but I did have a message, and this is my big sister stroke mama bear self coming out, because you know it if you know it. Let me just tell you, enjoy this part. Enjoy all of the inspiration around it. Enjoy all of the, you'll go through a glow up, like you're everything will come alive in you, because God loves you so much. You're a divine child, and you're becoming your story that you agreed to, powerful you. and your creator, your father and mother and brother and heavenly family and angel team and everything that entered, everything that you can't see that's supporting you is beyond proud of you, beyond excited for you to get into the next part of your story and become who you are, because you are going to change the world one step at a time. But enjoy this part, because it's very adventurous and fun and exciting. My caution, I don't like leaving you with a caution, but I'm going to, because I wrote it. Before I did this message, I had a sense, I heard somebody saying, it's getting harder to be pure and to be me in this environment. Now that I've done the reading for you, I would say that makes sense, because you were kind of thinking you were faking an ascension, whatever, but maybe you were also faking being happy in an environment, and it's getting harder to be myself here is that push and that momentum out of the old. But with that, I saw like a future jump, and it's like when you really step into your power and who you are, as you discover your gifts and you practice your skills, you will start, when you're strong enough and when you're ready, you will find that this was a honeymoon period, because people will begin to get jealous of you, and they don't know they're jealous of you, and they won't know it. And I would not have been telling you this, because a card did not come out about this had I not heard it before I came on. So just know that. I don't like putting like fear in people, but the reality is wisdom. And for some reason you do need to hear it, or it wouldn't be coming to me. I think you're going to grow very, very quickly in your gifts, and I think you're going to start to realize that power is real. And when you become free and happy, and I heard the word, and I love this word, shameless. You don't have shame. You don't have fear. You're walking in your power. People will, without knowing it, it's triggering as shit for people, because they look at you and they know, because they're also called to freedom. They're also called to shamelessness. They're also called to their own power. But if they're not walking in it and choosing it, that thing inside of them that is, they do not remember. It is so, you're annoying to them. You are pissing them off. You are screwing with their head. They don't understand you. You're not a joyful one. Oh my God. I just looked up 1111 on my clock. 1. New beginning, destiny, the magician for you. Whew. I'm leaving you with this. I keep saying that. They're going to be jealous of you, and you're going to need to know that there is a provision already for you with that. When it comes time and you get to that place where you're starting to find out you're causing a lot of messes in life, you're just being yourself, right? You're doing it just right. Just know you're doing it just right, because I wrote down, it is not you, it's them. And you're going to need to know that at some point, and come back and get another reading if you get to that point where you're like, help me. You'll know it when you get there, but you'll need a lot of support and encouragement through it. And you'll have it, because this beautiful community is all about self-empowerment, all about it. And you wouldn't be watching this if you weren't. And I hope that you got inspired and got some clarity from this reading, from this message. I've already told you my whole spiel, but this channel was birthed to remind people who they are. It's not about becoming something new. It's about remembering who you are, and who you came here to be. So you're meant to shine, my stars, my angels. And if you haven't heard it today from anyone, or you're just listening to this reading because you needed some wisdom or some whatever, just know that I love you, and you're amazing. Go out and shine your light, and don't shrink yourself, okay? Shine your light, be yourself. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Mwah.